This shit. All right, I'm gonna see if some of y'all get up in here, man. Oh man, this is getting real spicy, man. I'm gonna definitely have to start from the beginning because they're about to go to lunch. But let me see who's gonna come up in here. It's crazy, man. It's looking real crazy for Diddy right now. But I have something to definitely prove about far as if this is a criminal enterprise or not. But we'll definitely get into that, man. Let me wait for this notification. I ain't gonna get mine yet. All right, let me see. Let me see what come up in here, man. God damn. But David James, he is spicy. He definitely went in. He's one of the best witnesses that we all heard of. You understand? He's the best witness. He is one of the best witnesses, and he turned it up. He was talking back to Mark Agnafilo, whatever his name is. And listen, man, he made him look kind of dumb a little bit. I don't want to use the word dumb, but that's the word that's coming to my mind right now. He brought 8 balls for Diddy. There's a lot of things that he purchased, like applesauce and all of the, you know, the fucking the Astro Glide and the condoms and the oil and all that shit. He didn't want to charge it to his business because he didn't wanted to connect back to his business. But let me just read some of this stuff. The shit is crazy, man. I don't know if y'all looking at it, like basically looking at the testimony right now. And Puffy gave him drugs to buy in his name, and Puffy would pay it back in cash. He didn't want to link anything back to his business, but I'm just going to say something right now, though. What's up, Harlem? What's up, Nick? Can y'all please do me a favor? Can y'all please share that I'm on? I would gladly appreciate it. Yeah, it's crazy, and he's one of the best that ever got on the stand. So it's going to get crazy, and I think, to be honest, I think that what's her name, Mother's going to testify after lunch. But we're going to get right into it. I'm not even going to hold you. But just do me a favor, please. I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the beginning. And I like it where it's like that so it can just flow and I don't have to wait for them for, I think it's Matthew Russell from Inner City Press to, load it up on the thread. So, because I want it to flow. So let me just scroll it all the way up. Yo, just listen to this dude, man. And the way he's responding, sound like he a little bit of sassy. But we're going to get into it, man. All right, but peace to everybody that's saying, just do me a favor, please, if y'all don't mind. Again, just share. Y'all gonna like this one. Y'all gonna like this one right here. All right, so we're gonna get right into it, right? This is from. All right, boom, we got it. All right, so here we go. We supposed to tell James testifying about the incident with Suge Knight, right? And D-Rock, they rolled up on Suge Knight and shit. So this is a real character witness too. Oh yeah, and he got a proffer agreement because he was buying drugs for Diddy. But so I have something at the end to see if this is a real criminal enterprise, because enterprise, you have to buy things to sell for profit. You have to make profit off of it. If it's personal use, it's a little different. We're gonna get into the law, but it's still criminal. You still would get time for that, for possession. You know what I mean? But I get into that. So this one right here is real. This is a pretty good testimony right here. All right. We oppose David James testifying about the incident. Oh yeah, that's what they spoke about before they came in. All right. Here we go. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, here we go. Now, what about the physical violence between Mr. Combs and Cassie? Did you personally observe it? He said, no, I didn't. Do you remember a blog post? He said, yes. I was in LA when he came back from a club. Let me make sure y'all can see. All right, y'all can see. Please do me a favor, y'all. Again, please make sure you share, y'all. I appreciate you. All right, thank you. And hit that like button, man. And so the prosecutor said, what did Mr. Combs say? That someone was lying on him, saying he hit Cassie at the club. He went through my browser history. And the motherfucker had, Puffy is crazy. He had motherfuckers wearing take a lie detector test when like if he felt like certain stuff was stolen, he have a security, Uncle Paulie or Roger Bonds, take them in a room, hook them up to the actual lie detector machine to see if they lying or not. It's fucking crazy. Sean Combs, he's something else, man. Like he's really, I could imagine what people was going through being around him. I could really understand the pressure that they on, because any little thing you don't know what he's gonna do. He's very sporadic. Yo, it's crazy. But anyway, Combs give you instructions about Cassie, right? To bring her food at the London Hotel. Some Roscoe's. What's Roscoe's? Some delicious fried chicken in Los Angeles. What did you do for Mr. Combs in NY? I'll bring him applesauce, Jello, Fiji water, his toiletry bag with ointments just for men. I just put my magic ink on. I put my magic ink on today. God damn it. Just for men. We brought 40 items so he wouldn't call us later. I get a key. Oh yeah, shit. Caught what's the name, cheating too. Well, if you want to call it cheating, because everybody cheating, but caught Cassie fucking another dude in the hotel room while Puffy was somewhere else fucking another girl. So it's spicy. This one is real spicy. But anyway, I bring him applesauce, Jello, Fiji water, his toiletry bag with ointments just for men or magic ink. We brought 40 items so he wouldn't call us later. I get the key, like at the Trump International. I think here we go. All right. I set up the medicine bag in the personal LV bag. What was in it? Viagra, ecstasy, perks. How did you go about replenishing these supplies? I use my personal credit card. Bad boy pay me back. Who pay you back? Usually Roger Barnes. Did Mr. Combs ever stay alone in a hotel? Never. Usually with Cassie, sometimes other women. Did he ask you for things during a stay? He'd text me for an iPod or food. Yeah, it's coming up. Did anything strange ever happen? Yes. In Miami, he asked for an iPod from his house on Star Island. I drove to his hotel and knocked on the door. No answer. I had the key. I set up the room. They asked, what did you see? He said, I seen Cassie on the bed. Now, there was another person who sort of scurried away, and the shower was on. I thought Mr. Combs was there. How was she sleeping? On her back. Objection sustained and all that crazy shit. Now, what about the other person? He was about 5'8" with long hair and a large endowment. Goddamn. I guess you know what the fuck that means. He skirt, and I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think David James is I think he with the rainbow people. No pun intended. Take a love muscle in the crack of your ass. That's on you. And he scurried away. Did you ask anything? I wasn't hired to ask about their personal affairs, but let's unpack that. We got Cassie up there. See, here's the thing. I don't want to say cheating because she knew what she was getting into, and she was a freak her damn self. She called her what's his name? Damn, I forgot the first stripper name, the first one that testified. What's his name? Daniel Phillips. Let me see your dick. Send me a picture and all that. Well, just pee in my mouth. Just giving him directions. Remember, he said, Puffy didn't direct him on what to do sometimes or whatever. It was Cassie. So she in the room, but she know what Diddy was doing. So she like, fuck that. You gonna be fucking bitches over there? All right, I'm gonna bring motherfucking Daddy Longstroke over here with the long hair. Motherfucking Stanley from the deli or whatever the fuck she got it from. No, from Craigslist, motherfucker. That's where she got it from. But Cassie was doing a fucking thug dizzle too. Now we have to understand something. That's a relationship. They both were cheating. They both was fucking on each other. So we just got to let that know this is a domestic violence case. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of a RICO or soft on. But anyway, I read it again. I don't want to read that part. But what about the other person? He was 5'8" with long hair and a love muscle. He scurried away. Did you ask anything? I wasn't hired to ask about their personal affairs. I want to know, did you tell Diddy? And he probably didn't. I don't think he did, because he would have said it, and he went over there and beat fire out her ass. Okay, like she stole everything from that nigga. Did you ever pick up drugs for Mr. Combs? Yes, Percocets at a pharmacy. See, that's illegal. Sometimes in my name, and then it's in the other name. So that's almost like fraud in a way, because it's not in your name. Plus, it's illegal. You dig what I'm saying? Did you give him permission to use your name? I don't recall. Was there a drug dealer? Yes. One Stop. I'm still trying to find out who the fuck is One Stop. I really think One Stop is that white boy, that drug mule. I don't know. They're not giving him a description on how he looked. And that's the thing. They're not giving his name. They see, hold on. I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I'm just tripping, but One Stop probably is a witness, probably. Because they know this person ain't One Stop. You know that the prosecutors and the defense attorneys, they do their due diligence, especially the prosecutor. If One Stop is a part of this because he's the drug man, they had to go get him already. They had to pay him a visit already. So it is, do he want to immunity? Is they gonna use One Stop later on in this investigation? This trial. Because they ain't giving no description of this person, but they know about him so well. But anyway, he met with a lot of people. Yes, even former presidents. Which one? Former President Obama. What was your understanding would have happened? What was your understanding would have happened if you hadn't done these things? Objection. Support it, God damn it. Now, did you ever take ecstasy? Yes, I was drinking Ciroc. I took ecstasy. I was Diddy bopping. What does that mean? I was vibing. Do you speak with Mr. Combs? Did you speak to Mr. Combs about it? He was reviewing footage of the party. So this nigga watched everything. He literally watches everything. So he has the party and he got motherfuckers filming. I think he got cameras everywhere. He probably got cameras up in the fucking floor that you can't see in the corner, blended in with the plaster, with the wall and shit. You think that's a wall, nigga? It's a camera staring right at your ass. This nigga is something. And then he reviewed the tape. But check out what he said. He says, well, what do you mean? I was vibing. Did you speak to Mr. Combs about it? He said he was reviewing footage of the party. We had a videographer, God damn it, who filmed the parties. He asked me, hey, Playboy, was that you dancing around at the party? I said, yes. And he said, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep the video in case you ever need it. Meaning, I'll be embarrassed. Did anything go missing? Here we go. They said a bracelet was missing. Uncle Paulie came to my hotel room and searched my belongings and those of my girlfriend at the time. Could you have said no? Objection. Trying to make them, like as controlling and things of that nature. So they had to object that. And the judge say, move on. Did you ever had to take a lie detector test? Yes. Who was present? Just me and this gentleman. It was very intimidating. They put monitors on my head, my chest, and my hand. Could you refuse not to keep my job? Did this happen again? Yes, when Mr. Combs said a watch of his has been stolen. What was the result? The gentleman told me I seemed very nervous. I said, sure I am, God damn it. Yeah, you're going to whip my ass. And there's a picture of him in Capricorn Clark. I think it's under this. Once Capricorn Clark had to take a lie detector test to prove she wasn't part of a heist of Mr. Combs' jury. Was there an incident at Mel's Diner with Suge Knight? Yes, I drove the Silver Navigator to get a cheeseburger. Let me click on this. I think they put I saved the picture, but I think it's under this one right here. Oh no, I forgot. This is the thread. So it should have I got the picture. I'll show you a picture of them when they was young, but how he looks now, he's on my thumbnail. That's who David James is. Okay. So D-Rock said that motherfucker Suge Knight. He said, that's motherfucking Suge Knight. He went over there and said, yo, what up, son? Suge didn't recognize him. D-Rock said, yo, I'm Biggie's boy. So what happened next? We noticed 4 black SUVs, 2 different sides. We noticed 4 black SUVs, 2 different sides of the parking lot. I saw, hold on. I just finished eating. I saw someone hand Suge Knight a gun. D-Rock said, we got to get out of here. We drove back to the house. What did you find there? Cassie was crying. Mr. Combs. And then they say Cassie, then they say, didn't Cassie say, if I'm not mistaken, that Cassie went with them to go see Suge Knight. Or maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not sure. But it sounds like it. I could be wrong. When they got back to the crib, Cassie was crying. Mr. Combs got the vehicle. I saw 3 guns on his lap. Guns. So now this is criminal. So You know what they're doing. So, and again, this is the prosecutor asking right now. So he said Cassie was crying. Mr. Combs got in the vehicle. I saw 3 guns on his lap. So if you got, well, it was 4 cars, so there's other people, somebody handed him a gun. But if you had 3 guns, you would D-Rock. That should have, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not saying he should have, could have, would have, would have. But anyway, and let me just stay right there because it tells me this is why, another reason why Biggie got murdered. Because you out there, you running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and then you pull guns out on son. What you think is going to happen when you come back out there for the vibe party or to make your fucking album? That shit don't even make no goddamn sense. But anyway, I felt calm because we've been in a silver vehicle, now a black one. They wouldn't see us coming. So what did you find at Mel's Diner? Suge Knight had left. Mr. Combs said drive and he around the block. Excuse me, around the block. What did you decide? To leave the company. They offered me other positions, but I wanted to leave. My life was at risk. No further questions. So now here comes the cross examination, right? So Mr. Agnifilo, you didn't tell me all this the first time. Look how he about to get real spicy right here. He's gonna get real sassy and spicy here. He said, they told me to stop, to not say anything that would incriminate me. Look at the notes from your interview. Read it to yourself, then look at me. Okay. How did you recognize Suge? I listened to hip hop. Were you drinking or smoking pot? No, sir. Your mind was clear as could be. Working 20 hours a week at 4 a.m. D-Rock opened the door. Suge Knight is in a few cars over. Window open. D-Rock says, yo, I'm Biggie's boy. And the Suge recognizes him and gives him dap. And he says, what's dap? He says a handshake. Did you leave D-Rock at the diner? Why are you smiling? Because that's a crazy question. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he leave him? But anyway, didn't you leave D-Rock at the diner? That makes no sense. I'm not asking what makes sense. I'm asking, did you? No. You said you saw. Well, all right, you said you saw Cassie and Mr. Combs. Yes, Mr. Combs told me to drive. You don't know where Mr. Combs got the guns, do you? I didn't know we had guns until then. Have you ever been in a situation like that? No. You didn't say, I don't want to drive to Suge Knights with guns. And here's the thing, he's asking him, he's trying to catch him in loopholes. He's trying to poke holes in his testimony, and he can't. This is why Diddy's defense right now, it looks real crazy right now. His defense looks shot. It looks terrible right now, and they're not doing a good job. So what he's doing is really building a case on Diddy and making him look like a real controlling, manipulative, dangerous dude that's just a loose cannon and just being real reckless. And on top of that, buying drugs and having other people, his other employees, buy illegal drugs. So all of them could go to jail for that. That's why this dude right here turned over state's evidence, and now he made a deal with the government. You know what I mean? So he has to testify against Diddy. But anyway, let me see. All right. Have you ever been in a situation like that? No, you didn't say this. I don't want to drive to Suge Knight with guns. No. So what extracted you? Excuse me. What exactly did you do before you got this job? I was a door salesman. This really don't really mean anything right here. So I'm gonna skim a little bit. All right, you knew how to get to Mel's Diner, right? I frequent there all the time. You never seen guns before, right? No. This is a radical departure from your job description. Isn't that an understatement? It's the other statement of the day so far. Do you have immunity? Asked my lawyer. I have some kind of offer agreement. Proffer? So he got a proffer agreement. So he says, you didn't tell anyone about this? Only my wife. Did you meet with the government this morning? Yes, briefly, about what might come up in a cross. All right. Did you go to Mel's Diner? Excuse me. Did the Mel Diner's incident come up? This is why he's speaking to the government. He said, not that I recall. It's this morning. What did you talk about? He said, your style. And did he laugh? basically his style and how he questioned people, basically his technique. So they always prep you on how they're going to come across in the questions that they're going to ask. So you have to be prepared. So he was preparing for that, and he did a good job with it, right? So again, it's this morning. What did you talk about? He said your style. I know that was very sarcastic. I'm pretty sure people was laughing. As you can see, it says some laughter. I'm dying to ask what they said, but I won't. Okay, I have a few more mundane questions. I love mundane questions. Sassy. Where did you travel with Mr. Combs? Ibiza, I think that's how it's pronounced. London and Central Pass. Were they vacations? No, business oriented. What were you hired as? Personal liaison. I don't, excuse my pronunciation right there, kiss my ass. But I was a personal assistant. He met a high-level roster of people. Second understatement of the day. Wow. He met with a who's who. All right. Here's where to get a little crucial here too is coming up too, as far as illegal stuff. It was important that he be prepared for these meetings, right? Yes. It was important that he be on time. No. We change meetings to fit his schedule all the time. When he don't want to show up at a certain time. He had security because people wanted to touch him, right? Yes, in the airport and McDonald's. Was he gracious? I don't think gracious is a word I'll use for Sean Combs. Did he sign autographs? No. This and the third. I skim a little bit. Did you know he put applesauce on his cheeseburgers? That's nasty in the motherfucker. That's number one. No, but I know he likes applesauce. He like Astroglide, condoms, and baby oil. But you didn't expense it through the business. Usually not, because that'll tie back into the business. That's miscellaneous stuff, and you can't use business for criminal activity or, like, I guess, sexual pleasures. Absolutely. So that's why Puff was smart. He knew what he was doing, but he was doing this smart for so long. He just got reckless and said, fuck that. I got too much power. I'm untouchable. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. He was always on point. But check it out. I was told he didn't want to run them through the company. He didn't want a record of them. When you brought the 8-ball of coke on Central Pass, you didn't tell Mr. Combs, did you? He was asleep. Tell me about your relationship with Roger Bonds. We talk about Bad Boy as a family. What do you mean? Mama Combs called me her son many times. What was the mission? Make sure he's happy. Was it fun? I enjoyed it from time to time. What was your relationship with Chef Jordan? Professional. Did you choke her? No. Objection. This and the third. All right, so tell me what happened. We were on Star Island. She told me where to take him. I grabbed her 2 wrists and said, stay in your fucking lane. Was there a fallout? It was reported to the corporate HQ. Mr. Combs called me in, right? Mr. Combs told me you can't be putting hands on women. Ain't that the maggot calling the rice white? I like to just use that, but the pot calling the kettle black, goddammit. Puffy said, nigga, you can't be putting your hands on women. He told me to give her a gift. The only gift he gave Cassie was 2 black eyes, 5 stomps, and neck pulls, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And uppercuts and shit like that. He got the fucking nerve. So he said, what did you give her? I rolled up a blunt and gave it to her. That's funny. Did she like it? It appears she did. I hear that shit. And that's illegal too. But you were in the car with Mr. Combs and who? Chris Slighty. Rest in peace, King. And, wow. And he killed himself. I don't even think he killed himself. There's no way he killed himself. Yeah, he's very cocky. Very cocky. The dude is very cocky. But the defense, Agnafilo, he's not contra anything that he's saying. And he can't because he's being cocky, like you said, and straightforward. You understand what I'm saying? So it definitely looks bad on Puffy's because that's his assistant. And he was caught with drugs. Everything, he cannot lie on the stand because he already told the feds he won't be able to get that proffer agreement. So everything that he already admitted to the feds, to the DEA and stuff like that, to the government, he has to be very honest on the stand now. Because once you start fucking up and saying things different, the deal goes to the toilet and you get charged with Diddy. You dig what I'm saying? So he's just keeping it in the 100. And being cocky with it too. So All right. Oh, Chris Lighty, have you taken ecstasy? I partied, sure. What were the things in the studio? Drugs. Yes, it was a creative environment. I didn't smoke when working with Mr. Combs, but he caught you. But he caught you smoking ones, right? I thought he was in for the night. I guess he meant night. I lit up. He came out. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "If you're a man, if you're man enough to smoke, you're a man enough to tell me." I said, "Okay, I'm smoking." He said, "If I did it again, he'll fire me." I understand you got to separate pleasure from business. How about when he picked up two prostitutes and had sex with one? Objection. Okay. She asked for $200. I called Bond and asked, "What the hell?" She asked to take a shower. I said, "That's 200. That's funny." See that? Okay. On that note, no further questions. All right. So this is going to be the redirect. All right. And it's probably, oh yeah, they probably going to go to a break. Yep. So they went to a break. Let me see. Yep. So let me see. Yeah, they went to a break after that. So where we at? Redirect. So what about the incident in Alpine, New Jersey? To file a police report and say that Chef Jordan had been the aggressor, but I didn't file it. I drove around and told him I made the report. What have we asked you to do? Tell the truth. Nothing. Wait, hold on. What have we asked you to do? Tell the truth. Nothing further. I got it. Agnifilo, he said, "You lied to Mr. Combs about filing a police report?" Yes, nothing further. Can we have a break? But that don't prove anything. He did his fucking thing. I'm not gonna lie. He did his thing, man. He did it. He did his fucking thing, y'all. He definitely did his thing. What's good, boot camp? Let me see. The defense going to destroy his testimony. He didn't do it yet. He did not do it yet. They did not destroy it at all. So Puffy tried to embody the aura of Preacher from Harlem. Yeah, but Preacher was way worse. Cassie's the witness. She's not on trial. Yeah. So I'll open the floor if anyone want to come in. Oh, Jorge Dan. Oh, I don't know the dude name, but first name I mean Jorge Jordan, right? I mean, if anybody want to jump on, we could real quick. But I want to read this. We're gonna go. Somebody do me a favor. See if what's her name is on. What's her name? Because I'm pretty sure she probably live. Somebody go to Tisha Tells to see if she have an update, because she be having the stuff that what he's not writing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's writing and doing it all by himself. She's in there and she got the shit that she got the missing. You know what I mean? The missing statements, the shit that he didn't catch. So if y'all let me know she's on, please do let me know. But I want to read something real talk about if this is a criminal enterprise. So we got to really take our time to really understand that what is a criminal enterprise. And I did this for my understanding. So by me looking it up and researching it, I'm doing it for myself, but I want to share it with you, right? So I need y'all to give me your attention if y'all don't mind, all right? And please hit that like button if you don't mind, motherfuckers. All right. But it said, hold on. All right. Hold on 1 second. It said, what will make it a criminal enterprise, right? A network of people involved beyond just personal use, multiple assistants or individuals working together, right? The activities are coordinated, ongoing, and consistent with evidence suggesting that the networks of individuals is involved in a broader pattern of illegal drug activity. Profit is being made, meaning the drugs are being sold or distributed for financial gain, or there is some sort of material exchange occurring. Simply having people buy drugs for personal use without any intent to distribute or make a profit will not meet the threshold of a criminal enterprise. Consequences, personal use. The consequences could be less severe if the drugs are strictly for personal use, but Diddy could still face charges like possession or possession with intent to consume. The severity will depend on the amount of drugs involved. Now, for distribution, even for friends. If it turns out that the drugs are being distributed to others, even friends, and there is an ongoing pattern of such transactions, it can lead to drug trafficking cases. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. Shit, man. My mouth be getting dry like a mother. All right. It can lead to drug trafficking. In some cases, drug conspiracy charges could apply, especially if multiple people are involved obtaining drugs, right? Now, for criminal enterprise, if evidence shows a wider network of drug-related activities designed to generate profit, the charge of participating in a criminal enterprise could be brought. This would involve more severe legal consequences, including lengthy jail sentences and significant fines, right? Now, the assistant's role. Now, you see that there's David James. He's an assistant that brought drugs, right? A lot for Diddy, right? So if the assistant is simply buying drugs for personal consumption and not involved in a distribution network, they might face charges of possession, but he took a profit, so that's out the window. But will likely not be implicated in the larger criminal operation. However, if the assistant is involved in multiple transactions and the activities are coordinated over time, if it is just for personal use, it could increase the risk of broader charges. Now, it all depends on how many years, and again, it depends on how many people that's going to come out and testify against him. So we just gonna have to see just a little bit more, just a little bit more, because I know our attention span and shit like that. Hold on. It depends on the evidence. All right. If Diddy is just having people buy drugs for personal use with no coordination for distribution and no profit motive, it is unlikely to be considered a criminal enterprise. The situation might lead to charges related to drug possession or personal use. However, if the situation involves multiple people, coordinated activity, and distribution, even if it's just among friends, it could escalate into drug trafficking or criminal conspiracy charges. Ultimately, it all depends on the evidence and the extent of the activities involved. The larger and the more organized the operation is, the more likely it is to be classified as a criminal enterprise. All right. So now I ain't gonna kill y'all with all that reading, but okay, hold on. Okay. So yeah, I'll just leave that. Let me see. I think I'll read this last. Let me read this last paragraph. I think it's the same. All right, all right. Even if Diddy is simply transporting drugs for personal use across state lines, right? For himself or his friends for personal consumption, right? This would still be illegal under federal law. It could lead to charges of drug trafficking and drug possession with significant penalties depending on the amount of drugs, the type of drugs, and the specific circumstances. Federal authorities will treat this matter seriously due to the interstate transportation of controlled substances, which is a federal offense regardless of whether the drugs were for personal use or distribution. So, she's not on. Thank you. All right. Again, if anybody want to jump on, please do. Let me find something else up on here real quick. Let me see what's going on. Right. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here we go. All right. But you see that the defense don't have anything, right? Breaking news, it was just revealed Diddy freak off trial. The former used to meet with the man and used to pick up drugs. They didn't say that he used to pick up drugs, but he said he met with a lot of people. And yes, former presidents, which one? Obama. What was your understanding would have happened if you hadn't done these things and all that shit? But listen, on here, let me share it. Now listen, man, Obama, come on now. Listen, man, I don't want to talk too much about this dude, but we have to understand that Mr. Barry, he's a part of that elite, man. I'm pretty sure y'all seen pictures, right? You know him and Michelle's not really together like that, right? But that's a whole nother story. But y'all seen that picture with him and What's that fucking actor name? I'm looking at him right now. The one that was in Ocean 11, not Brad Pitt. Um, what's his name? Him on a boat with two little girls. But we gonna keep scrolling. All right. Now, don't forget, man, that this dude was this is a lie right here. They saying they played Prince shit in on the trial, which is not true. All right, he fabricated that. Club shooter, da, da, da. Let me see. What was that? Diddy is a part of the Black Illuminati, da, 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 da. Okay. But like I was saying, as far as him being young, the power that he has, or had, and the shit that he been through when he was little, right, made him exactly who he is. Cause he was pussy. He used to get beat on. He used to get bullied, and you know what I'm saying? All those things that happened to Diddy. Oh, 50 is trolling. I gotta check 50 out. I have to check 50 out in a few seconds. Yes, person against his senator. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, this is a lie. I didn't hear it, but the guy, Matthew Russell from Inner City Press has debunked this. But let me see what this is saying. It's saying they played a Prince recording, which they didn't. I don't know why people be doing a lot of this what you call it, clickbait shit. Let me see. Oh, get the what? Out of here. Anyway, let's go. Let me put in let me see what's up. They probably got his picture over here. Who is this? Kevin Morgan. I don't know who that is. There you go, right here. So this is a younger picture. So this is David James, that one that was on that's on this, testifying now, and this is Capricorn Carter. So that's her, Capricorn Carter. I think she's one of the Diddy's assistants, personal assistant or whatever, something like that. So that's definitely him from way back, because he looked older now. I mean, I guess not in a bad way. He just got gray hair. So this must have been some I don't know, over 10 years ago. I don't know. But white people be aging real, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who the fuck this is, but yep, that's him right there. Yep, that's him right there. All right. Matter of fact, let me go to what's the name? Damn, I forgot. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Laura London's, that's Laura London's sister. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. And I might just come back at when they come from lunch, man. Let me see. The attorney Simone. I don't know who that is. See, that's why I've been trying to get this lawyer on here, but she I think the number changed. I'm clicking on something real quick. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I don't even know who that is. Anyway, let me see. Let me see what they're saying here. Um, hold on. And I got the it's 11. All right, I gotta start getting prepared anyway, because I gotta bounce in another hour. All right. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all long. I'll probably just come back. But listen, and let me just say this before I go, man. Look, only thing I can tell you is Puffy is I don't think. First of all, I don't think he's gonna get charged with the RICO. That's not gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna get charged for the RICO, but he will probably get charged for possession or something like that. He's gonna get a lesser charge. You could get charged with something, but they have dropped the charges to a lesser charge. So I don't really think they can't establish it's a criminal enterprise if everything that he was doing, all the drugs he was getting, was only for personal use. It was only for him to get high. You understand what I'm saying? But it's still illegal. It's still possession. And then if you taking this shit across state lines, that is interstate. That's drug trafficking. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a lengthy charge for that. You probably get 10 years for that. It depends on what they want to give him. But the only way he's gonna beat this case if he pays somebody to fucking say that he's not guilty. So again, the state needs all 12, but the defense need 1 or 2 people to be adamant that he's not guilty. So, but it's gonna get more crucial today. I think Cassie Moms is gonna I think she's gonna testify after the lunch break. So that's what I think. So I might come back because I do gotta bounce though in another hour. I gotta really handle some business today. And just wanted to go live and give y'all a brief update. But David James did his damn thing today. And the defense, man, they got to come back stronger this time. So again, we don't know who's even going to testify for Diddy, who's going to be his character witness. You know what I mean? I really don't know. So with that being said, I'm not going to talk y'all head off. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please hit the like button if you did. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you, but thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, kiss my ass. Have a blessed one, y'all.